In this Mazak PT20 with the Mitsubishi 730L CNC, we are gonna see how to diagnose any coolant issues. Yesterday we had the coolant that it was not coming out from the tool. So there is a menu that you can access to test in manual operation or jog or rapid mode. You can test the machine manually. So let's go to and hit the right arrow key until we found the machine menu. And here we have different options. One of them is coolant. And here you have different options. The one that it was not working is the coolant on the spindle. And let me press that signal and you'll see now it's working. But let's see, we are in the condition that we don't know if that we don't have coolant, but we don't know if the output is the issue, the coil is the issue, or the valve is the issue. So let's hit high coolant, and we can know by using diagnosis, we can know which output is that. And you have to, if you are not in this menu, you have to go back and look for IF diagnosis. And here we have two columns, the inputs and the outputs. We are right now in the outputs, and we can switch between them using these keys. And usually the outputs on the machine are on the address, the lower addresses. So I know right now that this is the Y20, which is the first one, is the output that for that valve. But if you don't know, you can come here, take a picture, and then compare once you activate. Let me show you that this one is gonna go off if I go to back to the menu, machine, coolant, and turn it off and go back to diagnosis, and you'll see the Y20 now is off. Okay, so that is a way to know the output. So let's go now to the PLC. You have to press F0, and here you have to open auto ladder monitor. And here you have to press right arrow key until you find contact of coil. We are gonna look for, now we are in device, Y20. We are gonna look for a coil, not a contact. We have to press target to change and hit find next. So let's suppose you try to activate the coolant and you don't have, or the option is when you press this, either it's blinking in yellow or is always in gray. It means that the output is not doesn't have the conditions to make the output. But let's check now and go back to the PLC and hit the left arrow key, and this is the output, and we have all the conditions. But in case you don't have the outputs made, you can check all the conditions here and check that. So we know now that the output is okay. Let's suppose we still don't have coolant there. We need to go to the pneumatic panel and check. This is the coolant output, and check that we have the coil activated. If we don't have that and we have the output on the PLC on, we can check first the electrical part, or the most probably it's gonna be the mechanical part, that because this valve needs to be maintained periodically, clean and grease, and replace the O-rings. It most probably is gonna be as we had today. It's gonna be the valve that you need to replace. So we are gonna use this as a spare because this is disabled, and we're gonna use a three-way valve to switch in between both and have one working until the PM day, and then replace with the other and keep working on this on the maintenance plan on this valve. So let's go back and turn it off and check. Let's go back to monitor, and here in machine, coolant. Let's turn it off and go back and check that the solenoid is off. Okay, so it's recommended to have all the panel labeled. We're gonna do a better work on this case because we have, the idea is to put up a plate or a tag with all the descriptions here, and let me show you what I mean by that. The machine already has a plate with all the description, which is this one, and you'll see we're gonna do a dedicated panel or tag or label with these options, and we're gonna place this on the other side. So you see we have all the descriptions for each valve, and only that we have all the outputs. And this one can be requested to Mazak using this number. Okay, that is the drawing number that can be provided, and for sure you could request them different languages. Okay, thank you.